Perfect.
Thank
you.
Perfect inauguration.
All
We
right.
actually rushed that. It should have cooked a little longer.
So, when we last left our heroes, the party had just ridden off into the early afternoon light.
Into the noonday sun,
Correct.
like a rocket ship.
Where is... Could you pass me the
End of that sentence.
iPad?
iPad, yes.
Because there is something that I wanted to look up.
Could you pass me the end of that sentence, please?
Nope, I'm holding on to it.
Oh, if you're looking something up, I'm running into my car because I forgot my dice.
Okay.
Taunt is smarts based?
It is.
Oh, really?
You need to get into your opponent's head.
Oh. Okay. I just don't have taunt then.
Alright. I'm gonna go with an attribute up.
Yeah, that was kind of the one thing I was frustrated with. I wasn't able to work in an attribute up this set of 4 in my plans. But I worked in a power up. That's good.
Well, now that I have I'm upping agility, which is gonna be good by itself. But now that I've upped agility, I can get shooting and fighting up to a D8.
Nice. I can get them up to a D10, which is my next level up. It's shooting and fighting. Or, no, it's not fighting. It's shooting and athletics. Gotta be able to throw that gun as far as I can.
And I believe I'll be eligible to take the Woodsman Edge. But that's...
Do you not have it? Oh, right, yeah. That's a specific edge that you don't have.
I now have the prerequisite stats.
Oh man, now it's almost time to take out the grill. I actually might be able to properly walk.
Heck yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh, Gil.
Yes.
Charcoal grill.
Charcoal girl.
I have one I don't want.
I will gladly take it off your hands.
Okay.
That's fine. Alright. So, we're going to do an interlude.
Yay! Do us an interlude.
And the way this works
Gil pulls a random encounter from the random encounter deck.
I'm good with that.
is each one of you picks a card.
Okay.
Any card?
Any card. And then choose one of 3. Downtime, backstory, or trek.
I'll go with backstory.
Pick one.
Oh, good. I'll take that one.
Alright, so pick downtime, backstory, or trek. Also, flip them over.
Oh, alright. Queen of diamonds.
Ace of clubs.
3 of diamonds.
Alright,
I lose.
downtime, backstory, or trek.
I need to restart my book. It's not responding.
Oh, that's not good.
3-time backstory.
Downtime.
Downtime.
I would go with backstory.
Okay, so backstory,
You said free time backstory.
Downtime backstory
or
or trek.
trek. So what we're doing here is this is what's happening as you guys are working your way towards Portland.
When
Can
do
we
I
get-
have this?
At some point.
Can we get a slight explanation of what
Okay.
those 3 things entail, or is that part of the
Yes,
fun?
yes, I can.
Okay.
Okay.
Downtime. What the hero does when left alone. A priest might quietly read a holy text, while a warrior might constantly sharpen their blades. Backstory. A tale of the character's past told through her voice or narration. Trek. Story of an obstacle or challenge the party encountered on their trek.
Dave, can I have that D4, please?
So both of you have diamonds, correct?
Diamonds.
Yep.
Both of you chose backstory?
Yep.
So that would be something your hero wants or already has. It might be a material possession, recognition, a political goal, or even a trip he or she wishes to make. Basically, you're learning about these people. You're ingratiating yourself. You're ingratiating yourself to them. how does your character go about doing this? And Dave, what did you have?
I had an ace of clubs.
And what do you want to choose?
I'm gonna go with downtime.
Okay. Your hero broods or is angry about something. What is it? How do they misbehave? And so basically, interludes are where players tell in character, are able to roleplay in character, enhance a long travel scene, or reveal secrets and backstories they put effort into. Interludes give players a way of fleshing out their characters. Players tell the story about their character from their character's point of view and are rewarded with a Benny.
Alright.
This is also an optional thing, so in the future, if you don't want to take part, you don't have to.
Alright.
Well,
For a bit while I eat.
I'll start off and set the scene.
Please.
So, you guys leave the town of Last Hope. You're going along the trail. It has been a few days since you've been on here, but things have changed. The trees seem a little bit brighter. The path a little less rocky. You're going along and you see over the hill, over the trees, a plume of smoke going up about where the woodsman's camp was. Presumably they're making charcoal. As you're going along, you start to reflect about your past and maybe want to share something with your new compatriots, something that they didn't know previously. Something you're willing to release out into the world.
No, I'm.
Can I get my card back?
No, I would choose a different thing, I think.
I mean, you're welcome to.
Sweet. Any sweet things?
Sweet things.
Yeah.
You heard crunching in the next room.
He's got good ears.
I love it.
Oh.
And also,
Oh, wow.
this is a very chill session today,
Yeah.
so we aren't on any time frame. Well, you know what I
Yeah,
mean.
yeah.
The work. This is between destinations.
Yes,
After we leave Lost Hope, before we arrive in Portland.
correct.
Okay. I would offer my collection of books to people they wanted something to read.
So, is this downtime?
That would be downtime.
So this would be the character studies or works on an object of some sort. What is it? So remember,
Well,
you're-
so I will be definitely reading through my first edition Alice in Wonderland that I acquired. Just to be able to have read it, looked at all the pages. And then, like, I might honestly walk next to my horse and do an inventory of what I have with me and things.
what are some of the books that you have with you?
I have a good couple of Hoyle books, but fairly common things. I have a lot of different accounts of the Civil War. I think I have a couple technical manuals that might interest Specs or Josie, but I don't know what will be interesting to them.
Josie, Specs, would you?
Yeah,
Crickets. Crickets.
exactly.
I'd be kind of interested in some of those. Sound like interesting books. Good
Would I have
stuff
run
to-
across any copies of the Doc Holliday books?
Roll an occult roll.
Oh, good.
Right, because Doc Holliday's immortal.
Ooh.
That's probably not in this lore. That's in the lore of Winona Earp.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh, right. You want to
Would you mind putting this on yours? I can't roll. Okay, there we go. Attack. -8. -2, so 8.
You have.
Okay.
You weren't able. You could see something between the words.
Okay.
There's some sort of hidden meaning there that you haven't quite been able to parse out yet.
Well, then those would not be.
Question out of character. Have you taken the Hexslinger perk yet?
No, I took
Okay.
shooting and I
Alright.
leveled it up.
Okay.
I took shoot because I don't want Hexslinger without shooting.
That's fair enough.
That's why I asked if they
basically-
needed bullets.
So,
Okay.
you get a lot of the parlance of the Hoyle's book on games, something that you've been able to parse, you've been able to learn the mystical arts through. And reading through the Doc Holliday book, there's this feeling very similar, just something in the back of your head that you can't quite get, but you know it's important.
Then those would be stored with my rarer tomes, my more powerful Hoyle tomes, and other stuff that's secret. So nobody who might actually know what they're looking at will see it.
Okay?
Not to name any, I mean names.
I was gonna say, so is that JR? Do you think JR knows anything?
Do I have to make a notice check if I don't know what it is?
I mean, what are you aiming for? Are you just trying to find a hidden compartment?
Oh no, because this is downtime. That means we're around.
Mm-hmm.
Which means Everett could go, hey, what's that one? The cover's pretty.
Well, I wouldn't even bring it out.
Okay.
It wouldn't be like, here's my box of books.
Here's
You
my
know?
box of books with the false bottom.
Right, exactly. No, it would be a different box entirely, a different bag entirely.
It would be a different box with a different false bottom.
The false bottom doesn't have anything either. It's just there to fuck with people who are trying to steal my shit.
Exactly.
Nice try, asshole. Just a message on the inside.
Just a stick of dynamite. Not even lit.
Yeah.
No fuse.
No.
Please light if opened.
A box of matches and a stick of dynamite.
Yeah.
And a note saying, if you can read this, please light me.
I wasn't good at sciencing enough to booby trap this. Please do it yourself.
The DIY booby trap.
Alright,
Ooh, that's good. I need to use that for something.
Yeah.
so you're
That's good.
inventorying your books.
DIY booby trap for brick.
Which brick?
Brick wall. The character.
I've had many iterations of Brickwell.
Okay. The cosplay character.
Ah, yes.
The costume.
Yes, okay, fair enough. I've used that name at least 3 times.
Okay.
Brick Tamlin?
Brikwal.
I thought there was an H.
No, it's WAL. Brickwal.
Yeah, that's why I thought there was an H.
Fair enough.
Brick wall.
Alright, so what is Everett doing?
Apparently brooding.
Like, you have 2.
Different pens for different mediums.
Yep.
Well, you see, Everett here just had an honest-to-goodness encounter with the supernatural. Just like in all them books and magazines he makes everyone read to him. And he damn right fell over as whence it started and didn't see a lick of it.
That's a shame. That is what happened. That's a
That's
shame.
indeed what happened. And his brother doesn't believe it exists, or it happened. Or
His cousin
it was
doesn't believe
cousin. Doesn't believe that it was supernatural.
Happened to not be looking. All the right times.
Always.
No, Jonathan admitted that that happened and it was weird.
He said it was weird. He didn't admit that it was supernatural.
We didn't admit that there's a family curse.
Yeah.
He didn't admit there was a family curse, and he said, I believe he specifically said, okay, that was weird, but that doesn't mean all the other shit you're talking about is real.
Yo.
Yep.
A
Alright.
lot of information inside of that. I'm not reading any of it.
It's
Maybe like headings.
combat and situational
Yeah.
rules. Alright, what's JR doing?
Um.
This is backstory, correct?
Yeah.
his hand. Yeah, he carries his arm with it.
So I'm spinning my pistol around.
Trade you for the card.
Make that trade any day.
Having unloaded my pistol, I'm flipping it up in the air and catching it, flipping it up in the air and catching it. And
What significance does this pistol have to JR?
it's
Other than
not his.
Okay.
It's what's her name? Brain.
Eugen?
Yeah, it's Eugen's pistol, and he's looking at it and saying, and I say, well, occurs to me, since we're heading into Portland, that I ought to point out I'm not exactly welcome in the area anymore. The Union boys and I may have had a few disagreements. Waggles his shoulder.
Union.
Yeah. Some people just gotta clamp down and have an iron fist wherever they happen to find themselves.
Oh well. Directly in your blind spot.
And,
Now, wait, when you say union, do you mean like the North and the South fighting, or do you mean like workers' union?
like the government.
So the North.
Yeah. It's not my proudest moment that I'm here and not there.
Working for the government?
No. Still fighting.
Killing Confederates?
What's better about them? They're just different form of.
I said killing Confederates.
Why would I do the Union's business?
I'm confused.
I think that was on purpose.
You can oppose tyranny without supporting different tyranny. In fact, some would argue that it's the only real way to do it.
Without supporting different tyranny?
Okay.
The year is 1876. Anarchy has recently been invented.
Nah, it's only 2 decades old.
I mean, anarchy as a political philosophy was invented at some point.
Well,
Yeah, it's
sure.
in actually 1860s. It has been invented.
Yeah.
But that's like
Or, yeah, because the 1840s is post 1840s, the 1848 revolts. Bukharin gets exiled to Siberia in 1850 or so. The benefits of learning about the Russian Revolution and needing to know about anarchism, that's a part of that.
So you're going along, and it's been a day or two since you've left. And along the way, you see a group of people. Nothing seems too special about them, but there's a lot of them. There's women, children, men driving wagons, and they have a sunny outlook in their eye.
ooh.
They aren't quite dressed for the current weather. They're a little bit lightly clothed, so some of them are shivering, but they're making their way up, and continuing on the trail that you guys have just come from.
Are they headed in the same direction as us? Opposite.
They are headed in the opposite direction.
That's what I assumed. But a large group like that would travel slower. I wonder if I talk to them.
Do you guys want to interact with them?
Sure. Jared's willing to stall.
So, you come up to them, and one of the men comes out to you. He's dressed well. He's not looking the best of health, but he looks like he's eaten. He puts his hand in his suspenders and says, "Hey, folks, what you guys doing here?"
We're just passing through on our way to Portland.
"Oh, really?
Yeah,
Just came from there. We're about to take a break. Would you guys like to join us?"
sure.
Yeah, why not?
Would love to meet some folks.
It's
Well,
getting
sounds
towards
like
evening
I'm
at this
outvoted.
point.
Sounds like I'm outvoted no matter what.
Whether I agree or not.
I
Sounds
will
like we're
say
gonna-
that for the purposes of, like, if there is a split, Josie and Specs are going to be on either side of them. So,
Josie will vote opposite me.
Right, exactly.
thank you very much. Why don't you come join us by the fire?
I do love our the dynamic with Josie.
So, as you're going in, they start settling down the wagons, unhooking the horses and oxen, setting them off to pasture, and everyone make a notice roll.
Alright.
Will this be one that I get plus on?
What would it be from?
Investigator.
Not yet.
2. Did I not get a D8? Oops.
If you need dice, I have a bunch.
Currently have 1d10. Only my ability.
Well, that exploded.
This many.
2. I did not succeed.
Both of my things exploded. May I,
Two.
may I re-roll both of them?
No, only one.
I have to pick one to...
Correct.
Okay.
You must choose one skill tree to go.
Boo.
You haven't maxed out. You can't multi-spec yet.
I understand. Well, that's another. Okay. 16, 23.
You notice, well, both of you notice a gentleman that doesn't quite fit with these people. He's dressed very warmly. He has a very nice hat on. And
Very nice hat, you say.
yes.
If only I knew somebody who might know something about hats.
If only.
And he seems,
I guess you're the only one who knows that.
That's true.
He seems to match a certain description
Oh?
that you've gotten recently.
Uh-oh. I can't remember things.
He might have.
The guy, the
Oh, yeah. Okay, alright, yes.
The what?
little guy.
Oh, that
Yeah.
Bart specifically knows about.
Yeah.
I forgot the description that I gave specifically about him, so insert proper description here.
Well, at this point, I'm just picturing Aragorn. There's one guy who's off to the edge. Doesn't seem to be interacting with people. He doesn't look like he belongs.
Yeah. Well, no, he's interacting with you. In fact, he's set up a card table
Oh.
and is
Well, then I will
tapping
be
down a hand.
playing cards.
Mm-hmm.
I'll join in that. Though I don't know why or any particular thing about this now.
Well, howdy, you folks.
His name was Mr. Sprint. That was the whole description.
Everything we know.
Fair enough.
That was the description you gave. We can assume the barber gave a better description.
Yes.
But the players have a name.
Hi there, I'm Mr. Sprint.
Pleasure's mine. Cornelius Bartholomew. Call me Bart.
Nice to meet you, Bart. And you are?
Oh, I am. You can call me JR.
Nice to meet you, JR. You folks interested in a little game of cards? He starts
Speaking my
riffling.
language, my friend.
So,
Yes, my name.
did you approach?
Everett's kind of just shuffling with the rest of the group. I figured I would be close enough by to be asked, not necessarily like walking up to the table.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, Marco's straight. If somebody's playing cards, Marco's straight.
So he starts.
Yeah, pretty much too.
I was
whipping up-
really just looking for the joke of Cornelius Bartholomew. And I'm Cornelius Everett. No relation.
No relation.
So he starts whipping up a game. This game seems familiar. It has a couple different rules, but you get the gist of it quickly. As do you, JR.
Oh, I've read this book, have I?
Hang on. I don't think I've gotten this right. And he takes out a book of Hoyle's book on names. Both of you roll a notice roll.
Okay. Dave, can I roll in your box?
You may.
Nine.
3.
Unless I get plus 2.
Yeah.
Ooh. Use your bennies if you got them.
Yeah.
I don't need to.
5.
Both of you notice the date, 1843, on the cover.
Well then.
Yeah. That's a chunk.
Alright. So, now that I've brushed up on the rules, what are the stakes going to be? Because this ain't no fun, there ain't no stakes.
Oh, no sense in playing if you're not putting something on the line, for sure.
Agreed.
As you are my guest, I will let you set what goes. I'll let you set.
I would put a good amount of money down. What are you?
I'd be up for that.
Okay. Say $25?
I can do 25.
Sounds good to me. He
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
sets down $25. Alright, let's roll some gambling.
Let's roll some gambling.
Alright. I'm gonna take my free reroll. That's just worse.
At least it was a free reroll.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
So we're going to be doing this in 3 hands.
Okay.
8? No, 9. You in the first hand.
2. We don't win the first hand.
So you're going to...
Yeah. Just roll here. Like so.
Next one.
Alright. 6.
That's more like it. But not. 6.
I'll take my 8.
Jackson takes this one by a lead.
Oof.
Jackson?
Jackson Spring.
Ah.
Next one.
I've got a 1. I'm gonna use my free reroll.
Spend another bang.
Yeah, I'm spending a penny on that one. Yeah, okay. Not great, but 7.
9.
You take it.
2 extra,
So,
not bad.
in the end, you ultimately pull the pot towards you. You earn yourself $75. Oh, $50. 75.
I bought in 25 and won 75.
Exactly.
Don't worry, I know how this
Oh,
works.
well, you play a good game.
Thank you. I have had my fair share of practice at all sorts of games and
Goofs.
japes and jibes now. I'm a practiced hand in a great many different games.
I really wish I could read this thing. Some of the language is quite archaic.
You said 1843, right?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that like only 30 or 40 years old?
Yes.
Okay.
This goes
You
deep,
don't-
my friend.
You don't know what's in it.
Nope.
Exactly.
And
Everything's archaic to you.
And I can't read.
You hear from the background.
I'm sure that
All it takes
two
is
of us could.
a bit of practice, my
Yeah.
friend. Can I trade you a copy that might be a bit easier to read for your copy?
I think
Persuasion.
persuasion is. I think it's.
Roll persuasion.
Would you like an assist on that one?
Yes.
All right. How do I assist people doing things?
How would JR help? Like, what would his aid be in the form of?
He would be. Suppose he'd be trying to say. He'd try to be like. You know, Bart is. Brain words. It's echoing in there right now.
Also,
Yeah.
sorry to interrupt, but I'm so happy I can read these things.
Yeah.
It's a game
You
changer.
driving a car over there?
It's not rotating. It's supposed to rotate.
JR would be kind of saying that Bart's kind of an honest guy, and also that he's really good at finding the right book for the right person.
I do take pride in my work.
Alright. Roll persuasion.
All right.
Hang on, you don't roll yet.
Okay, fine.
Let's see how long.
I didn't want that roll anyway.
Good.
3.
Well, you don't hurt.
Okay.
It doesn't hurt.
Good.
So what is JR? No, what is Bart? What are you saying in order to piggyback off JR? What is how are you persuading him to give?
I do take pride in my work as a book trader.
Okay.
And what I'm offering you is where I learned a lot of what I know. Is a 4. Should I Benny that? A 4 succeeds in general, right?
Unless it's an opposed roll.
Yo.
Is persuasion an opposed roll? Thank you.
Often
I'm
is.
allowed to ask that question.
I think it depends.
On whether I'm allowed to ask.
Well, no.
You said that. And I
4, you said?
You're welcome.
4, I said.
Sounds like it was an opposed roll.
Yeah, I wish I'd had that answer. Probably would have dropped
I,
the Benny on it.
I didn't know. But you.
It's a good one.
Yeah, it was.
I know. Fair enough. Fair enough. Shake on. Good.
Best of luck to you, my friend. I hope you are able to hone your skills.
Why not start now? Shall we try again?
I was just thinking the same thing.
I think that's a delightful idea.
All right. So, what are we gonna put it?
25 again?
I'm down. I'm up right now.
Yeah.
Sure. He matches.
That was the wrong one. Okay, we'll call that a 5 though this time.
I'll take that free reroll. 6.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. Jackson takes it.
Ooh.
Next one.
Alright.
It's a crit fail. It's two
Those
ones.
are technically the same roll.
What?
Those are basically the same roll.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna re-roll.
Bart,
No
with
change.
your 2 ones, you managed to fumble the cards in such a
Took my
way
hand.
that honestly,
Aha!
Jackson takes
There
a
you
little
go.
bit of pity on you. Not enough to give you any money, but just
11.
Hey!
Task failed successfully.
Jackson takes it.
Damn!
He got a 15.
I rolled 11 as well.
I had to
You got a
work for my
15?
11.
15.
God damn.
So you're surprised we won the first round, I think, aren't
Yes.
Alright,
you?
6.
Based on a 15 there. Right in a 5.
That or he was
10.
sandbagging the first time around.
That could also be.
Getting hustled.
10?
10.
Alright.
Are we though? We did trade for the book.
You succeed.
Woohoo!
Could be.
But, so you don't win the whole thing.
Yeah.
Jackson takes the majority of it, but you win. You make your money back.
Okay.
Pair of shoes. Oh, no. Oh, okay.
Alright.
So Jared broke even on the second game.
Correct.
Yeah.
You're down 25.
I'm up 50. Thank
Up
you.
50.
Thank you.
Alright.
Actually, I'm up 25.
Yeah, you're up 25. That's how that math ends up working out.
Everett. What is Everett doing amongst these people?
And actually, after the last game, I give you 20.
Oh, thank you.
So that's a net gain of 5 for me, right?
Yeah.
So while they're off fiddling,
With their fancy cards.
fiddling with the cards over there, and money is changing hands inexplicably.
Kind of.
It's inexplicable to Everett.
Not forget.
1840 sorry.
1843.
43. We want to not forget that
I wrote that down.
between the two of us we have that. Thank you.
He's gonna hang out by the fire, and either I'm assuming they did invite us for dinner.
Yes.
So he's gonna hang out by the fire and either assist in cooking dinner, or if he is prevented from doing that for some reason, get to work on some felting work. Well, yammering away.
I imagine a bunch of kids just listening to him talk about complete nonsense, but eating every word of it up.
Yeah, just yammering away about like things that go bump in the night to children.
Bigfoot and
Maybe
family curse.
Make a call.
I think that's it.
Ooh, I can create skills.
Ooh.
I have a skill that's not in the book. Oh no, it is in the book.
Is that a 1 or 2? It's the cat.
That's a 1.
Okay.
I'm trying
That's a bad roll.
decide. It's not Snake Eyes.
I just love the cat a 1 or a 2. It's a 1. It's quiet for a second. Then Vasily goes, that's a bad roll. Oh man.
I'm trying to decide if it's worth the Benny or not. You know what? We never use these things.
You just got an extra one and we never run out of them. And Gil can give them back to us if he wants. So maybe he'll reward us using them.
I mean, usually when
Is it worse now?
No, it's better.
it is barely.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, is it
What
better
do you get?
enough?
Both dice
No.
are increased by 1. Neither is 4 or greater.
So it's a 2 and a 3 now.
Yes.
Instead of a 1 and a 2.
Yup.
Yes.
So you start telling tales. You quickly run out of made-up material, so you just start rattling off stuff that you've heard from the epitaph.
Or that you saw.
Or, well, you start rattling off stuff from the epitaph, and unbeknownst to you, but anyone who looks on, the children are getting more and more uncomfortable. You, oblivious to this, continue your tirade. Eventually, the parents have to step in and pull their children away as The children start not being comfortable.
JR, Bart, make a fear check.
You know what?
Everett has
Damn it.
increased the fear
No,
level.
no,
here.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it. A couple of the kids start crying.
At least
Now,
JR
excuse
doesn't
me,
make
sir.
children cry.
Excuse me, sir. I appreciate your help on everything, but might I ask you to keep some of those stories a bit closer to your chest.
Oh, I mean, knowledge is our best weapon out here. I think y'all would want to be prepared, travelers such as yourselves.
Assuming the game is over.
I appreciate that. I really do. But why don't we keep it to the adults next time? The children, let's just say they have a couple years before they need to worry about the worries of stuff like you talked about.
But that's just the thing. There's stuff out there that only the kids can see. We need the children to protect us as much as they need us to protect them.
Well done. Excellent. Is this are we overnighting here with this group, or is this
Don't
like
think
a
so.
lunchtime stop? We're not.
Have you ever
more.
heard of the Feywilds?
That was fun.
No. The problem is that it's true. The best part is he doesn't know what it is. There is actually monsters that only children can see.
Obviously.
But you have not
But Everett doesn't know them. Anyway, I have read a book or two.
Well, then you should know all about it. Or at least enough to be wary.
I'll keep that in mind. And with that, dinner is served. And so things go through.
Everett tells tales of the supernatural, comma, scaring the children, comma, and the adults.
I'm gonna ask around, see if any of the people have any tales that they'd like to tell about how Portland's doing these days. Or, wherever they came from.
Yeah, we actually stopped in Portland. Took a ship up from San Fan Way and stopped there. It's doing all right. It's slowly growing into a bustling hub, but at this point, it's still got that rustic charm and rough edges, we'll say.
Californians.
Fair enough. How was the boat ride, by the way?
Oh, horrible! I get horribly seasick.
My condolences.
Condolences.
Isn't that true what they say about the things living in the waters around San Francisco?
Damn, Everett. Never quit.
I haven't seen them myself, nor have I met anyone who has, but if you listen to that rag, the epitaph, then yes. And evidently, you do.
Evidently he does.
Well, I can't read it myself, but I am a big fan.
Ah,
It all makes
wonderful. Good night, gentlemen.
Good night.
So, night falls.
Yep.
The campfires stay lit. You guys are welcome to stay up doing whatever you like. The chill of the night, well, the temperature slowly drops and the chill creeps in around. You notice that it's not as biting as it was before. It's not quite as driving itself into your bones. You definitely feel like what you did at Lost Hope
Has made a difference.
has made a difference in at least a small part.
Yay.
Is there anything you'd like to do before bed?
Oh, maybe I should, instead of 2 levels in shooting, I should get it's performance, right? Is the other way that you can use Telltale?
Correct.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do that instead.
Well, let's say, Bart, what do you do with your new book?
Yeah, I'll read it.
All right, make an occult roll.
Well, shit. Do you have a cult?
No.
Does Hoyle's
Okay,
Book
cool.
of Games have pictures in it?
In fact, it does.
There's
JR
definitely going to be some
JR
diagrams.
At some point,
Has-
Everett will absolutely come over and say, "What's that picture mean?" It's pretty.
JR's
Proper dealing technique.
exposure to the supernatural has been one Hoyle's Book of Games and the shit we had to deal with in
And I've been there for the rest of it. Okay, gotcha. Bart's not very far ahead.
JR's very much been happy to
So
stay in.
you're...
Okay, 5. There we go.
I was just about to tell you, the occult roll is -6. Well, you learned that the rules were slightly different about 30 years ago.
Was able to open the book? That's good.
Yes, you
That's
were.
good.
We've got
Minus
we've got a
6.
goal
Much-
now.
Much like the...
So are book years like dog years?
Much like the Doc Holliday book,
Ugh.
you get the sense that there's something you're missing. There's something there. You notice some words are changed around. Some differences are apparent. You can't put your finger down on what they mean, but you feel like they're important.
Okay. How many times am I allowed to try this?
As many as you want.
But I feel like
I will. Okay,
Probably.
I'll say that in this instance, you have used up the night.
Okay.
I'll give you it 1 per day.
Uh-huh.
But you have gone late into the night, banging your head against the mysteries of this book. You're trying to figure it out. You are writing things down. You have notes upon notes of the differences between this book and your current editions.
Now, are you reading it out loud by any chance?
I don't know.
No.
Do you try and sound?
No. No.
Because I can make occult rolls.
Yes, you can, but I am not going to read occult things out loud without understanding them. Forgive me my conservatism.
there we go. I've come up with a name for my gun now.
What is it?
Thus always to tyrants.
Semper Tyrannis.
That's good.
Virginia.
Sorry, just like we won't worry about that.
Did you shoot
JR spends the night pestering what's her
Josie?
no, not Josie.
Specs.
Specs to carve that into the gun.
She does with aplomb.
Yay!
Hey. Have you expressed any
It's got
interest
some nice filigree on it as well.
Nice.
Some like, in addition to the words written in, there is some new decorative filigree along the cylinder, and
Just don't drop it or it'll explode.
That's the point.
Oh, never mind. Okay, good. Specs was the perfect choice then.
you get it back, and there's dynamite stuck in it.
Could I get a glass and some ice?
Yes.
I have one as well.
Short.
I don't think we've got any ice. Oh, okay. I'll check. We've also got. Or I've also got these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Sake session. I did not. I had not gotten.
Gil, would you like beverage receptacle at the same time?
Please.
Dave does.
Enjoy your sake.
Sake cup, here you go.
I would like there to be liquid in it, please.
Yeah.
Take ginger.
I'm
I happen to know ginger
I don't
ale
know
whiskey
why I'm
goes
feeling
very
it.
well.
It does actually. This stuff, particularly the polar,
It's
is
got some flavor, but it's got
Spicier.
no body.
I learned that on a plane going home,
What was that,
drowning in
Vasily?
my sorrows,
It's,
California.
I like the flavor, but it's got no body.
Yeah,
I mean, obviously it has no alcoholic body.
right.
Right.
I was gonna say that's
That's the point.
that
yeah. When you mix it into something, the lack of body issue disappears
That makes sense.
because the glycerin still gives it like that little bit of bite.
Right.
So when you mix it into a soda or a mixed beverage,
Yeah.
you don't notice that the texture is off.
Yeah. That makes sense. Oh, it's-
But also, if you haven't had the real thing in 4.5, 5 years.
it's like a low salt diet.
What?
It's a good approximation.
Yeah.
If you haven't had the real thing in 4.5 to 5 years, it's a good approximation.
Or,
Yeah.
would anyone like the most adorable shot glass?
I love little copper mugs like that.
That is adorable.
I have seen a massive one that was actually made out of metal. I learned that by knocking on it and
Is that-
making
I
it
had
make
I
a
had an
loud
aluminum
sound.
one. I had a big aluminum one for
What's
a while.
that made of?
But it was a display one.
Oh, jeez.
in,
Like they took a copper still and converted it.
I forget how big it was, but no, it was like
Yeah.
yeah, and it was just like it was in New Hampshire at the liquor store there along the highway.
Oh, that one. That one was so big,
Yes, and so I walk up and I go, huh. Doom.
you could hug it. It was
Yes.
that.
I knocked on it and it made the ringing sound. I was like, oh shit.
Gotta keep that weight pine alive. My dad's gonna get it and plant it at his place.
Nice.
'Cause I don't really want to plant it here.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, even if I could, I don't know if I can.
You could do anything. There's just consequences.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Speaking of consequences,
Don't worry about it.
Firmer consequences.
As someone who makes that sound and then says that thing,
it is a
No.
little unsettling sitting here with the two of you in the opposite seats.
Yep. All
I
right.
need to be there for there to be opposite seats.
Yes, I usually sit here.
That's true.
So,
You're on the opposite couches.
Yeah.
In opposite roles.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't weird at all at Gil's place because it was a different building.
Yeah.
so the sun comes up on once again a frozen land. As you wake up in your tents, you see that the condensation has crystallized on basically every surface.
Does everybody own a tent?
If you didn't have one would be you could share. The group of settlers was nice
I'm
enough
fairly
to
certain I
share.
own a tent.
Oh, good. I'm glad that we bumped into settlers because I guess I ventured out into the wilderness of the Pacific Northwest with no
In
tent
the winter.
in the winter.
I guess I don't have a tent.
I have a
Bedroll.
bedroll, but I don't. Does that count as a tent?
No.
It's 10 pounds.
Yeah.
I feel like that could at least include a tarp.
Yeah.
Wrap yourself in a
Yeah.
tarp.
Just a tarp over you, feet sticking out.
Well, no, that's a mattress pad, a sleeping bag, and at least a tarp to keep the wind off
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Yes. Anyway,
Sorry.
everyone has made it through the night. Everyone slept. The day dawns anew. Is there anything you'd like to do before you part ways? You don't have a watch.
I think.
They don't have like an extra cart or anything, do
Well,
they?
You guys have a cart.
Oh, okay, good.
One was provided when you left.
Got it.
last time.
Well then,
Um,
maybe I want to see if I can buy a bedroll off of them.
I'm going to teach Sprint how to play mahjong.
Oh. All right. Make a persuasion roll.
Oh, okay.
Well, you're trying to teach.
Yeah, I know. You're correct.
I'm just sad I have to roll about it.
Yeah. I'm gonna spend a Benny here because I want to get this right. Aha! I got it really fucking right.
An opposed persuasion check to teach.
9.
Hell yeah.
Huh. Those ain't the rules that I learned, but fair enough. They seem right somehow.
You kindly welcome.
You putting any money down, or
Sure.
you don't have to.
Yeah, I'll put $7 down. That's a teaching game, you know.
Fair enough. Are you teaching him the way that you taught Specs, or are you teaching him the right way?
That was
The right way.
The music changed as they began their game.
Specs is currently preoccupied and doesn't notice that there's a difference between the rules.
Good,
good.
because I got 2 ones.
Never mind. Specs comes up and is very, very irate.
Sax is mad now. Oh, that's so funny.
God damn it. I'm sorry, Specs. I was just trying to go easy on you.
Jackson, so what actually happened is
Yep.
you're playing along and Jackson belts out. Wait, so for my own, how does Mahjong work? How is this?
It's like poker, but way more complicated.
Yeah,
What,
no,
like,
I know
what is the scoring?
I don't know. I know how to play
Various,
solitaire
various,
Mahjong.
various hands
On
are
the
worth
computer.
different amounts of points.
Okay. And what was it you taught Specs again?
And points roughly correlate with a unit of currency.
Yeah.
I think it was like betting.
I think I forget. All I remember is that it was like it's traditional to bet like $1.
Well, anyway.
Do you buy your tiles?
No,
In some versions, yes, but not in
no,
most
not the
versions.
version I learned.
So basically, he
I've
belts
heard
out.
of
Casino Dominoes.
He belts out that. He belts
Yeah.
out. Wow, this insert unit of
Yup.
winning. Huh, that's a really good one, which is in direct opposition to what you taught Specs.
Yup.
And Specs hears.
Yup. No, Specs. I was just teaching you. Yeah, this is your first gambling game. I wanted to teach you, you know, the intro game, the simple game, you know.
Roll
We won't.
persuasion. Roll deception.
The worst thing.
I was going to say, whatever. I was looking to see if it was lying in order to say.
Holy shit!
That 4 could explode into 2 4s. It didn't.
It didn't, but I got a 7, which is better than I have any right to as JR. And part of this is part of this is a good roll because I'm going to say that I did partially teach easier rules, not because they're easier to learn or anything, but because they're easier to cheat with.
Fair. So I think that would be a persuasion roll.
Okay, good, because that's what I rolled.
And that would be. I don't think this is. She's not happy, but she takes it.
JR squirms out of consequences
Consequences once again!
once again.
Wrinkles out of consequences.
Once again, JR has learned nothing!
Tune in next week to catch him make an entirely new batch of terrible decisions and learn nothing.
Tune in next week to see him eat his own foot again!
Yep.
Oh, I just read in Words of Radiance, after he sticks the Lope into the wall, and then they
See how
walk
long
away
he
from him,
stays.
Lopin says, "My other hand, the hand that's in the belly of a white spine right now, is making a rude gesture at you."
Yep.
And I thought JR might be able to make use of that.
did just finish Dawn Shard.
That's what it's called.
Yeah.
The Cheery Cheery book.
The Cheery
Yeah.
Cheery book,
I
yeah.
couldn't come up with Dawn Shard the other day.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was.
Oh, I had lunch with Missy. I couldn't. That's when I couldn't come up with Dawn Shard.
All right. So
And Bryce for a minute.
we enter. So now breakfast is served. Everyone says their goodbyes, and with that, you guys continue on your way.
On the road again.
Hit him up. Move him on. Move him on. Hit him up.
After about half a day,
Can't do that.
stop.
Can't do it, so you got one fewer people to tell to stop.
So after about half. This was my cup. Swear to God.
Thank you.
So
They're
after
delightful
about
cups.
half a day, you go over Rise and you see a sprawling settlement. Notably, there are no buildings over 2 stories.
A bustling hamlet.
Oh, I would say that it's bustling, but it doesn't appear to be particularly orderly. From your vantage point, you can see that the streets are haphazardly placed. You see that the paint is faded in places, and that some of the houses are in disrepair towards the edges of the settlement. Looking down closer to your path, you notice that there are stumps for a while, for like about a mile around the city. There was a clear cutting operation, and they didn't bother to pull up the remains of the trees.
Yeah.
That's
What would you like to do?
I would like a bed and a roof.
So wait, is this just a town or is this Portland?
This is Portland.
Wow, we made really good time.
Yeah, we made time.
Are you kidding? That took forever.
Suppose I'll ride down into town. Since I would also like to find some place to sleep.
Oh, I guess it's only a 3 days walk from Seattle to Portland.
That's actually a lot less than I would have guessed.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, wow, we made great time. And then I looked it up and it's 3 days.
Yes, I factored that in.
And by
That-
horse?
That was why I was like, yeah, no, Portland. I was. That is not something I'm terribly surprised about. Otherwise, than that was like 4 days, but yeah, it's pretty short travel time between the two.
Good talk.
Yep. So, what
Yes,
would
I'd
you
love
like
to visit a bookstore.
Okay.
It's only 18 hours by bicycle, which is probably closer to the horse time.
Yeah.
Well, also you were going
Horse time.
from
Is that like
Seattle,
dog
you were
years?
going from the mountains?
But which mountains? There's so many.
The ones that are east.
Cascades. I know that doesn't
Cascades are big.
help. Yes.
You've been there.
Yes,
There,
I have.
there are many
They big.
cascades, and there are big cascades.
Yeah, individually they're big.
About
as well
3
as
days
the
horse
ranges.
ride away.
One
in
of
mountains.
them is Mount Rainier.
Yo.
Rainier's impressive. So we're reaching by lunch.
Yes, you're arriving by lunch.
Alright. Time to go get some food.
Yay.
So another thing that you notice is through the center of the city is a big river.
Okay.
Is that a real feature of Portland or is that a fantasy feature?
That's a real feature, I'm pretty
okay.
sure.
Yes.
It sure is a real feature. There's also a river in the way of getting to Portland.
We crossed it
Yes.
I remember.
on horseback.
It wasn't an issue. There was a bridge.
Good thing horses float.
Oh, that river is in fact the Washington-Oregon line.
Huh.
That explains why it's so close to Seattle.
That would make it harder to walk.
Mm-hmm.
Is the whole thing Columbia River? Yeah.
Yes. river clean enough to drink? Does it look like? Not that I'm going to.
From your distance, from the distance, you cannot tell.
but, okay.
You just see that there is a visible swath between various buildings in the center of the city.
If it's in the center of the city, then probably not.
Yep. I mean, yes.
So as you're walking, moving on,
Yep.
you're getting closer and closer to town, and you start to have trouble walking. The ground is quite muddy here.
Oh, okay. I was like, what the fuck happened to us? I try and hop from dry spot to dry spot.
What's a dry spot?
Make an
The less
athletics-
muddy sections.
Make an athletics roll.
I can do that.
Yep.
Yeah, 5.
You manage. Bart. What is Bart doing as he's entering this city and
It's getting
the
muddy.
ground is getting muddier and muddier?
Gross. Aren't I still on horseback?
Are you on horseback?
I am on horseback.
Then, yes, you are.
Good.
I think that's what Everett's doing too.
Make horse riding checks.
Yeah, I
was gonna say, are we going
Make a
slow
ride
enough? We don't need the ride check.
Well,
But it's muddy.
Make a riding check.
yes. That's good.
I guess who doesn't have that skill?
Us! All of us!
But I have a masterwork bridle and saddle, so I get +1.
True.
Well, I didn't
So-
get.
Right, everyone
snake
else
eyes.
does.
-2
You
plus
found-
1.
You found the
I,
nice
I
one.
found the nice one.
Hey, that's a pretty good roll. That's a very good roll.
10.
Well, is that the -2?
Yes. Well, it's -2 plus 1.
Okay, fair enough. So,
There's a roll.
as you're going along, you don't have any problems, but Everett falls behind. His horse is definitely having issues navigating through the muck, and in fact is getting stuck at certain points.
Whereas my horse is following behind my jumping from drier spot to drier
4
spot.
hooves. 4 hooves. 4 hooves.
It's a cart.
Called prancing.
The
Look it
cart
up.
is also having issues.
Alright.
Josie and Specs are trying to keep their horses in line with you, but some of the wheels keep on getting stuck, so they have to hop out,
Yo.
push.
Gross.
I
Yo.
wonder how Everett's not getting roped into that.
By virtue that you're having your own issues.
And we're too far ahead to here.
Yep. Alright, so you are now in the city of Portland.
Alright.
You said you wanted to find a bookstore.
I wanted to find a bed and roof first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to ask around or do you want to go to the closest one?
Find the biggest, meanest motherfucker I can, walk up to him and go, "Hey!" No.
No, me B.
Oh, sorry. Turn the guy immediately to his left. Thank you. Is there signage?
No, he doesn't have a sign on it.
Sir, take us to sea.
Dude, bro.
Do you say that or not?
No.
Okay, good. All right. So there is signage entering this. I'll say it's a city. Entering the city, you see a main drag that has signs in it. You see many a hotel. Some of them looking a little bit seedier than others. You see a couple bookstores, at least 3 general stores, each one competing against the others. All of this is culminating in a cacophony of sound that you have not heard in a while. Everett.
I think JR either.
So
Yeah, how are you doing now that we're in Portland proper?
A little bit nervous,
Okay.
but also not. Just got my hat a little bit more forward than it usually is.
Everett needs mobile hat making equipment.
He does.
So we
Alright.
can find
So
some
you want
heroes
to find a
too.
local haberdasher?
Or mechanist.
Yeah. The haberdasher would be able
'Cause
to
the-
tell
the-
you where to find a mechanist.
Yeah, because like the thing I'm missing are like the steaming tools and scissors and.
These scissors, but steaming tools sound very light and portable.
You'd think.
I mean, if there's no water in them.
Okay. Water is that's a good point, but
I'm gonna have you make a spirit roll.
Spirit, huh?
Yeah.
Sweet. That's this one. There's so many fewer dice than I normally roll here.
Okay. The clamor and cacophony of the city almost overwhelms you. You're able to focus in on your task and not become mired in the calls and cries of people passing by. The clamor of livestock being herded down the road. Every barker outside the outside bars calling to you and telling you how cheap their beer is. No. This is a cat town, sir.
excuse me.
We have ferrets in this establishment?
I don't know what sound ferrets make.
Not much.
That would be why.
They squeak.
They chitter.
Squeaky chitter.
And they are weasels. Yeah, like that.
Alright, so you're looking for a haberdasher or mechanist?
And or, I guess.
Then make a notice roll.
Oh. Those are both 4s, but
4. Alright.
it doesn't matter.
After a while, so after some searching, you manage to find a haberdasher. It is... Lenny's Lids. Entering in, you see row upon row of mannequins with hats on them, displaying them.
Are they any good?
I don't know. Would you like to find out?
Yes.
Well, make a notice roll. You're going, well,
Well,
they don't, well, from a distance, they don't seem too shoddy. but-
technically a notice would be a better roll, but I think it would be more fitting if I used trade hat making.
Oh yeah, no, I forgot you had that. Yes. I would argue that that would be more fitting.
I mean, for the best fit, yes.
That's a 6. That's a 5. That will be an 11.
These are not very good hats. Your family haberdashery makes hats of this quality
For children.
for children and for practice. This kind of quality does not leave the workshop.
You have a reputation to maintain.
Exactly.
Lenny does not.
No, he doesn't. He's one of many.
No, Lenny has
Many
to keep
Lennys?
food.
Many Lennys.
Lenny has to keep food on the table.
Yep. Ah, hello.
The Lenny food table.
Oh, you're examining that. That's the latest fashion. A hunched man bustles up to you, wringing his hands.
The latest fashion, eh?
Yes, the latest fashion.
Out of where, pray tell?
Out of Paris.
Huh. They sure do have a funny choice of
Made in China.
layup in Paris. Interesting weave on the felting. No matter. Puts the hat down, kind of.
His smile
Brushes
becomes
his hands
slightly
off.
Brittle.
Oh no.
Can I help you, sir?
Haberdasher battle
perhaps.
has started.
Where do you get your tools from, my good man? I'm passing through town and I've misplaced mine.
Oh, that's a trade secret, sir. I'm sure that I could part with it for the right price. Barter?
You rang?
Bart pops up on the floor. You rang.
Well, any chance I could get that price lowered if I gave you a few tips on felting?
Knife. Meet Lenny.
And this is how you make a human happen.
The forehead's
I'm-
some of the best.
Unfortunately, no. That's a trade secret as well. Purely part of Lenny's needs.
Are you Lenny?
I am. And you are?
Cornelius Everett.
He licks his lips nervously. You wouldn't happen to have any relation to the Cornelius?
You know, I get that a lot, actually. I used to sell them furs, but no direct relation.
Oh, good. Okay. Well. Maybe if you had any furs for sale, I might be able to lower the price, but
I think I might have a deer pelt.
Did you sell that / use that?
you butchered that.
Oh no, I have venison, no pelt.
I don't have help, but I have this. Thunk.
Have your carcass.
Will travel. So no pelts on hand at the moment. I need to make another trapping expedition after I restock in town.
Alright, so, do you want to ask him the price?
Yeah.
$10.
That sounds like a lot of money for a location of a mechanist.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or you might be able to help me with a little bit. You look like you could handle yourself.
What's the problem?
Well, you see, there are some.
The heavy sigh of the largest man in the neighborhood. What's the problem?
Exactly.
Totally thought this through.
I know that
much
look.
had this planned out.
You see, I've just run fresh out of orc butts. You could fetch me 10.
I need wolf hearts. Some of them don't have any. Don't worry about it.
Did we offend Tim?
No.
So, I've had a little bit of an issue with some ne'er-do-wells
Bring me
coming
their
into
butts.
this neighborhood and muscling on my territory. If you would be so kind as to convince them to leave, I would be grateful.
Would you be $10 grateful?
Well, yes, that's... What kind of ne'er-do-wells?
Oh, you know, people who are trying to steal my business and or undesirable.
This sounds vaguely racist. Does this actually sound as racist as I think it sounds?
Yes.
Okay.
This was a lovely neighborhood until they moved in.
Well, Well, we have an angle here. That means that's the location of additional haberdashers to talk to.
We have an angle here. The angle is the
You've
2x4.
been playing immersive Sims lately, haven't you?
We have an angle here. The angle is the 2x4.
I've been
into
playing
Lenny's
New
face.
Vegas, actually.
That's almost like an immersive sim.
Yeah.
Kind of proto.
What?
I've been playing New Vegas. You know, the game where every quest can be solved multiple ways.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Fallout New Vegas, the game where most quests can be solved multiple ways.
Oh, right. I mean, yes.
Turn on Helios 1 and watch one scrapyard explode.
I only did that once. Because you do get an achievement for it.
Yep.
And I wanted to try the gun.
Mm-hmm.
Have you played New Vegas? Did you ever get the space laser?
I know what quiz you're talking about. Quest. I'm more tired than I realized I was
Yeah.
going to be.
Hey, this is a very low-key night.
Feel free. If I fall asleep, it's not because I'm apathetic.
Yes.
Just
So-
wake me up.
What is Everett's response?
Where might I find them? I might be able to look into this.
He gives you a location. It's,
Okay.
It's about 5 minutes walk away, or he says.
5 minutes for Lenny.
5 minutes for Lenny, 2 minutes for you.
It's next door. I pictured Everett picking up a hat and it just coming apart in his hands.
I was picturing just like really uneven stitching and like the felt thickness being really uneven.
Well, it's like Will Turner breaking the sconce right at the beginning of the first Pirates. He should know, like he knows how it should be made, so he knows he should be able to do this, and it's not going to completely come off. So Everett picks it up and he's like, "Huh, it's."
I love how they made that a joke, an ongoing joke. For the
In-
series.
Pirates?
Yeah, throughout every single one of the movies, there is a point where someone messes with some sort of lighting fixture and it breaks.
Why have I never noticed that as a through line? Now I have to go rewatch these movies.
I think it's actually plot relevant at one point. Like they use it to break out of a jail cell or something.
At one point, Will uses a lantern to set his sword on fire.
That does happen.
That's in the second one.
Yep. Probably ruined the temper.
Probably.
Well, there's a lot of reasons you wouldn't generally want to do that.
So we're gonna move to you.
I want to go to a
I wanna go
yeah, I do a hotel or an inn or whatever we're calling them that
It's a
strikes
hotel, it's a city.
a balance between seediness and affordability. Because I'm probably gonna buy Everett his bed. I'm fine with that. I know that my economy is very different from his.
Alright, make a gambling roll.
Make a gambling roll. Hot damn. I can do that. I can pick up my D4.
You need a D4 to gamble? What kind of gambler are you?
A bad one.
He's the honest kind.
Nah,
AKA bad.
potato, tomato. Oh, it's this one. Oh my gosh, yeah. I am lower on resources than I realized. Kaboom. Kaboom again. 24, please.
Did anyone ever explain what that meant?
Yes, it is an old meme, 4chan meme.
What?
Sonichu.
Oh, what is?
Oh, okay.
I wasn't so the reason why I didn't launch into the explanation is because you responded with a meme and I wasn't sure if it was like the bystanders or if it was from your perspective.
A little bit of both.
So
Hedging your bet.
You, after some asking around, you are directed to a ramshackle building.
Okay.
The outside looks run down. The windows are boarded up. The front door hangs slightly off its hinges. Entering in, it is night and day. Inside is polished wood. You see shining brass banister leading up to the second floor. As you walk in, a well-dressed gentleman walks up to you and says, "Oh, hello, what can I help you with?"
I am here for.
I'm here for sleep. Me sleep.
I represent a party of
5 people.
a party of travelers. 5 travelers.
Party of Traveler 5. Sleep
Oh,
now,
my goodness.
please.
Travel party 5.
Now sleep, yes?
Now sleeping. Now sleeping. Party of 5.
Please bed for not
Falls
much
over.
money.
Just starts curling over onto the floor. Just
I just need
Now sleeping.
like
Customer.
it's
5.
Melman from Madagascar. All right, guys. Well, I think I'm gonna.
oh dear. Let's get you upstairs. Let's get you upstairs. He grabs what bookcases and what luggage you have and helps you upstairs.
Love it. I
Suppose I'm with you.
was assuming I would take pretty much everybody, or if nothing else, we had established a meeting point.
Oh dear.
Uh-oh. You sure this shouldn't be Everett's story?
Gil, what
Quick, I'll tab back.
what devilish secret does this hotel have?
They rolled too well for it to have one.
Yeah, I got a 24 on gambling
Nice.
to find a hotel.
You see, notably, Portland is known for Shanghaiing.
Oh, good. Is that why I was gambling?
Yes!
Wow. Well, it's a good thing that I rolled well on that one because I was hoping to keep all of my party members.
I was hoping to keep all my party members intact.
Yeah.
And all my pancreas is inside.
Oh, you stole my kidney. Yeah, so I would negotiate for 5 beds.
Yes. The individual who is talking with you is actually quite amenable.
Fantastic.
In fact, he gives you a group discount.
Sweet. Okay. I'll pay it up front.
Isn't it like $1 a night or $1.50 a night for a hotel usually?
Well, thank you, but I was hoping for the pencil.
They were in the same direction.
It was.
Where are things? I'm gonna say he gives it to you because of the group discount at 75 cents a night.
75 cents a night per person per night?
Correct.
Okay. So, 75 times 5, $1.45 a night. I'll pay for 3 nights right now. Is that too long?
That sounds like more than enough, because aren't we headed to, like, Arizona?
It should be $375 for everybody.
Yeah, I added instead of multiplying. Thank you. This is fun.
Yeah, hold on. But, like, real quick, objectives-wise, we were in Lost Hope.
Yeah.
Josie was given a letter from an Arizona ranger
Yep.
Wouldn't be too long in town.
who had a job for us,
In Arizona.
and
Potentially.
JR would know them.
Yes, because I had Emily's photo of her boss.
And then we headed to Portland,
Because
because that's the nearest city on the way to Arizona.
Okay.
pretty much, coupled with the fact that there was another thing that we wanted to do, or that there was reason to go to Arizona for, or to Portland for.
Was there?
Yes.
You were told that you might be able to find a little bit of where Nugent.
A little bit of.
Right, yeah.
Okay, so I don't have a reason.
You have no reason to be
The
here.
only reason I'm here is because everyone else is here.
Yeah.
Well, and I figure that if after, I'll overpay now, then we'll have the option. And
Yeah.
like, actually, can I have 75% of what I gave you back? We're done. Or you're probably right though. What do we say? 375.
Yeah.
375 per person per night. So I'll do 2.
Well, no, $375 per night for the whole group.
Yeah, that's what I meant. So I'll do 2.
Could I have some Sour Patch Kids?
Sour Patch Children.
Gotta get your cannibal on, I guess.
Yep.
They're not human children. They're Sour Patch Children. Come on, Vasily.
Yeah, he's a
They're
sour
not
patch-
human
He's a sour
children.
patch adult.
Oh God. Am I?
Oh man.
I thought I ported myself better than that.
Okay.
Now I
think,
need to use that in some sort of
I think I
insult.
should just use.
Sour Patch Adult.
You, sir, are a Sour Patch adult.
Oh, don't
a
be such a
party
Sour
pooper.
Patch adult.
But, Gil, Sour Patch Kids are so delightful.
That hurts. Are you saying that by the time they become a Sour Patch adult, all the delight has been wrung out of them?
You're the one saying that, not me.
Fair. I am in fact putting my
Seven
own
fair.
words in my own mouth.
How far is it from
Okay.
Portland to Tucson?
Tucson?
Tucson.
You're a monster, sir.
It's how it's spelled.
Yes. And it's not an English word.
What language is it?
Probably native.
Either native or Spanish. Probably a it's probably a Spanishized
Oh yeah.
native word.
American Indian.
Because
To make a slip.
So additionally,
Stranger there among them.
So
as you
it
are...
is a 20-day walk from Portland to Arizona.
that's
From
actually
to
way
Tucson.
shorter than I thought it was.
Oh, that's 20 days of walking without
With
sleeping.
no, yeah, no,
Yes, I
that's
know, but that's still way shorter than I would think.
Sounds.
But fair enough.
So, while you're in town, you've seen these posters around. They seem to be advertising some sort of big event over in the train station.
Alright.
It's going to be in a few days, but something big is going to be revealed.
It seems worth sticking around for.
A few days.
Okay. And when I negotiated for the room, I would have said that we may stay longer, and so we'd like the option to buy more nights.
Of course.
Was it Arizona preacher?
So 12 hours of actual walking a day, that would be 40 days.
Okay, that's much more what I was thinking of. Yeah, fair enough.
Seeley's going, wow, if I just continually walk for 20 days, that isn't very long.
No! It's fucking long, but like,
Wasn't long before the story was related.
it was
Texas,
shorter than I was thinking it was.
I agree. I would have thought it would have been longer.
And 40,
The other question is that does that account for elevation that you need to go through?
probably not.
And this is also on a modern road system.
Yeah.
It does account. This does account for elevation, but it accounts for elevation on footpaths that exist today.
Yeah. Which would have been harder.
A little bit more bushwhacking.
So
Yeah,
probably at least 2 months.
Yeah. Walking.
Yeah, because there are not as nice of footpaths, and you will run into issues.
about to meet his death.
Alright, once we find a place to sleep, I'm actually gonna go see if I can run into anybody I know in Portland.
Make a gambling roll.
Alright.
Full bullet for the range things better.
I'll reroll that. 6.
You managed to find an establishment that you and your compatriots previously held up in.
Yeah.
You don't see anyone there that you really recognize, but the bartender kind of tips his hat to you in an acknowledgement of...
I flick one of my mahjong tiles at the wall, bounce it off the wall.
He rolls his eyes.
Nah, I'm good.
Go easy on that now. Thank you.
I would argue that the more I drink, the looser my tongue. Therefore, the better I can talk.
That is a bold assumption.
I never said it was right.
Just that you reckon it?
Usual.
Yep.
He plops down your usual. So, what brings you back here?
The inevitable wheels of history and destiny.
He stares at you blankly.
I stare at him blankly.
And he looks at me, and I look at him, and he looks at me, and I look at him.
And say 1 bourbon, 1 scotch, and 1 beer?
There you go.
My
Jump the tracks
my-
there, but I like where we're headed.
my latest stop ended up being a little less welcoming than I'd hoped it was gonna be. And found myself angling back this way.
Fair enough, fair enough. I'm guessing you're looking for, Yuju.
Yeah. Alright,
You know, I might go talk to, some of the more law folk around. They were the last ones I saw with her.
Same. Take that under advisement. Much appreciated.
Well, I appreciate what you've done,
Leave
and I hope that, barring any bad publicity for my establishment, you can keep up the good work.
absolutely. And I finish my drink, and
So you
Alright.
finish your drink. He pours you both a shot of
absolutely.
what's a Korean liquor?
Fuck.
Whatever the Korean word for sake is.
Yeah.
No. I mean,
Korean rice
Probably
wine.
it.
We'll say that.
right.
Right.
Yeah, there you go.
Exactly, the
Whatever
Korean
the
word
name
for
for
sake.
strong rice wine is.
Yes.
But definitely different, because at this point in time, Korea is probably still occupied by Japan.
Sake
Again.
Chinese. I thought it was Japanese.
It is.
It is.
So,
Why would you want to drink the beverage of your oppressors?
would it not be the most available thing?
No. The local rot gut would be the most available thing.
Fair.
The local
Soju.
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 He pours you a cup of soju. Pours himself one. Raises it up. to
Pours
you.
himself a sake.
Specifically
That
puts-
would be disrespectful.
Specifically puts the soju ball to the side. Pours out a thing of sake. He hands it to you and drinks the soju. No,
Honestly,
that-
probably.
Oh man.
No,
Here, see this? Fuck you.
see this? This is for closers.
Winners get this.
In the description for the green hat with the L on it in Super Mario Odyssey, it says, a green hat. It has not been used that much. The L stands for winner. And I think that's so unbelievably funny.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Alright, so you have been given a lead on where Mugen
Yup.
might be.
I leave him, after we drink the shot, I leave him $1 on my way out.
Big tip.
Well, yeah.
There you go.
Because he's doing good work.
I paid $7.50. Okay.
So, do you want to continue on, or would you like to go back to Everett?
I think for today I'll go back to Everett and
Cool.
Bert.
Everett.
I'm gonna take the long, arduous walk across the street to this other haberdasher.
You enter, and the air is different.
Huh.
There's a feeling of, while the displays aren't as pretty, they're actually rather shabby. Picking up the hats, you notice that they are of higher quality. Noticeable. Ah, yes, hello. Can I help you with anything?
And what does this guy look like?
A tall African-American man comes out from the back.
Yep.
You called it.
Well, you see, I'm just passing through here, and I've misplaced my hat making supplies.
Ah.
Not that I would want to be stepping on your toes in this fine work you've had here. I'm sure you'll run that Lenny out of business soon enough. I'm taking myself on the road, however, so I need to re-up on my tools and equipment, as it were.
Okay, soju is way more alcoholic than sake.
Rock
Perfect.
indeed.
Like 10% by volume. Woo!
Wow. What's sake on average?
18 to 20. Soju is
Soju is-
35 until
You know.
1965 when the government said, okay, maybe we should do it a little bit lower.
So it was liquor
Yeah.
instead of wine.
Yeah.
Fortified wine.
No, I don't know anyone who has mobile equipment, but there are some weird scientists in town. They might be able to help you.
Excellent. And the usual clips and racks and felting.
Yeah.
Where might I find that?
He gives you an address.
Cool. Mercury too, I'm sure.
Oh, your favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you get. He, in fact, gives. Well, yes, he gives you the location of someone that you can purchase Mercury from.
What was his name?
You haven't gotten it.
Oh, I would have figured he would have been on this. Oh, I can't read. Right.
Words.
And what's your name again, good sir?
Emmerich Blackwell.
Blackwell. Now, thank you so much for your assistance, and I'll be out of your hair, so to speak, in just a bit. But I do have to wonder, with such... Actually, how nice are the hats? Are they, like, nice, or are they
Trade.
just, like... Four.
They aren't anything exquisite, but they're definitely of higher quality than Lenny's.
So they're, like, what you would expect
Yes.
quality. It's not like an exceptional hat maker, but it's
It is higher quality than Lenny's at looking at the prices, about the same price. So,
But before I head out, going by the quality of your work and reasonable prices you've got here, I feel you should be doing much better for yourself.
yes, it's the problem of starting up in a pre-established area. Lenny has drawn most of the, if not all of the business for years, so when I opened up shop, he retained customers, and as much as I would like to get those customers from him, he tends to fight dirty, let's say. You aren't the first person he sent over.
I love watching the wheels turn in Everett's head.
It's very
You make a good face too. You kind of like, every time.
I was like, how does he react to this? Well, now that just ain't right. A man should stand on the quality of his work and the kindness of his words.
I fully agree. Unfortunately, he has, as previously stated, a little bit more of a history in the area. And as unfortunate as is me being the man I am, I don't quite have the same voice as he does in politics here.
So it's an issue with the town at large as well.
Not as much as some places, I bet, but it is definitely it is a problem, yes.
When do we get to beat up Lenny?
Now, being able to write is actually finally a hindrance. I can't give him contacts to my family.
You know somebody who can.
There's several people who can.
You're right. You're not alone.
You know, just about everybody else can.
I'm alone right now, though.
That's true. Alright. Will you
Sorry,
be able
I'm
to come
just
back?
imagining slapping up a sign that says approved by the Cornelius family haberdashery.
No, it's
An affiliate of.
It's industry connections.
Yes, no, I get you.
Like if he has his hats, but if he also has a few genuine Cornelius hats in his shop.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you could make a few genuine Cornelius hats for this shop.
With a D4.
I mean,
It's
try.
not a D4 minus anything, but it is only a D4.
You see, Dave, if you roll a 4 on that, it aces, and then you can roll again.
I eat it off time.
That'll
You get
happen
a
a
genuine
quarter of the
Cornelius
time.
hat.
But only one.
Unfortunately, I am the heir apparent, not the current. Words.
Patriarch.
Yeah,
Don.
master hat maker.
Honcho.
Dude with the business.
Master Damage. No.
Master
Master
Damage.
Dasher.
Yeah.
Habermaster Dasher.
The Master Dashery. The Master Damage.
The Haber of the Dabber.
The Habermaster General.
Haberdasher Vegetable.
You guys are fucking crazy. Master Haberdasher. That's actually right.
The hash slinging slasher.
Exactly.
And these two are the ones driving the plot along.